Hello, people of the internet. My name is ALOT Hendricks, and I will be your gracious host for this improvised Sunday Fun Day episode. So I'm gonna keep it a band with you. I did not have time to film a proper episode this week because I'm currently in the process of doing some things with my life, and to say the least, this week has been busy and full. So with that being said, I thought, you know what, I don't want to just throw up like a YouTube short because it's like, oh, it's just convenient, and oh, it's, you know, it's easy. I don't want to just throw up like a YouTube short. It'll kind of be like that. I want to give you guys like some actual content that you could maybe enjoy, and I can't promise that I'll be back next week either with a proper video, but this week we just gonna focus on the here and now. We're gonna focus on this week and focus on getting the video up this week. So without further ado, I'm gonna stop rambling. Also, the lighting is perfect. I wish I had time to film a video. I wish this was a proper video, but it is not. I still want to entertain, and I still want to pop in and say hey. So without further ado, take a look at some TV show commentary that I did on my TikTok, which it is ALOT Hendricks right here. And if you want to follow me, I'm on there occasionally. Not all the time, not every day, but I'm on there occasionally. And yeah, link will be down below, and enjoy. So I just got done watching the show Never Have I Ever, and I am utterly disappointed, to say the least. Now, don't get me wrong, the representation of not just women but women of color in the show was fantastic throughout all 4 seasons, but that's not my problem. My problem with the show is who she ended up with, which, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched already, she ends up with Ben. Out of all the fucking people that she could have ended up with, she ends up with fucking Ben. Like, if you ask me, in my opinion, Ben is her worst ex to date. Like, out of all the exes that she's had throughout the entire show, Ben is definitely the worst ex that she had. Not just because of how their relationship went, but also went and ended, but also just because of their history. Like, no, that's first. And then second, I would have much rather her end up with like Paxton or Ethan. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, you just want her to end up with Paxton or Ethan because they're super hot. Ooh. And it's like, yeah, but like, hear me out. I want them to end up together for more reasons. Paxton, just because Paxton was just overall a great boyfriend and an even better friend to Davy, and I guess their friendship is cute or whatever. And then Ethan, I would have loved, there was so much wasted potential, and also I'm just 10 toes down for Michael Cimino, but Ethan was, he was an character who definitely gave me the ick. But I saw his potential, and it was so much wasted potential. And after those 3 little episodes that he did, he definitely was on a contract. He disappeared off the face of the earth. I would have loved to see him come back around and do like this whole like redemption arc, and then see them end up together at the end of the season, and then like in the spinoff that we probably know that they're gonna do because Netflix, we know them all too well. I would have loved to see how they make like long distance work and like how they do that whole thing, but apparently Michael Cimino is a busy man and he could only do 3 episodes. But I don't agree with it. I think it was shitty. I didn't like it. Honestly, if you would ask me, if like, I get it, everybody ended up with something, but like I feel like they just put Daisy with someone just to put her with someone. Like, if that's the case, I would have much rather just Davy be by herself than to end up with Ben. Like, be by herself and just learn to love and accept herself and learn how to be single. Because if you see in the show, Davy was like a fucking obsessed with like being in a relationship, being with someone, being together, and I would have loved to just see her just like be by herself and like learn how to love herself and be alone fully and completely and like heal. I also just got done watching Attack on Titan, and I know the great debate at the, well, I know it's not over, but well, I know that the manga, I'm pretty sure the manga or the manga, or however the hell you pronounce it, is done, but the anime itself is not done. But I know the great debate behind it was Aaron in the right or wrong? Was Aaron right or wrong for what he did? And honestly, I'm 10 toes down for Aaron. I don't think that he did anything wrong. Now, no, I'm not condoning mass genocide. That's not what I'm saying at all. But you got to understand, it was going to be genocide on either side. It was either Marley was going to come and kill them for being the devils of parody, like the entire world thinks that they are, or is either Aaron was going to kill them because he didn't want to see everyone that he knows and cares about die for no fucking reason. I mean, if you have the ability to stop something that you know is not right, why wouldn't you do it? Like, you gotta understand, everybody else, the world was taught that these people on the island of parody were devils. And the people on parody were taught that they didn't exist. So they both were ignorant on either side, but it was literally a eat or be eaten situation. And you may be thinking, okay, but it didn't have to be an ultimatum. But you got to understand, yes, it did, because there was no question of whether or not Marley was going to come and kill them. No, they literally sent Reiner and Annie, what's it called? Yeah, Annie and Bertold to the island to infiltrate it and get inside and get like on a recon mission, basically. Sent them inside to like get information so that they could take it back to the island and then eventually come and kill them. Like, it didn't have to be an ultimatum, but in the grand scheme of things, it was. It was, and in their eyes, it had to be. It was either eat or be eaten, and Aaron ate first. And you can't be mad at him. He just wanted to protect his home. Just like everybody else wanted to protect what they had, Aaron wanted to protect his family and what he had. And I don't think he did anything wrong. Like, I'm 10 toes down for Aaron, and I'm a Jaegerist through and through. I don't think he did anything wrong. Now, once again, I don't condone mass genocide, but it was either he killed them or they're going to come and kill him. And at that point, what do you do? So while I am not done watching The Summer I Turned Pretty, I did start it, and I would like to comment on this one part that I was watching in episode 1. So it was Belly, Steven, Taylor, and they were at Steven's graduation party, right? And this was like in the aftermath, and somehow, some way, Belly fucked it up with not just one, but both the brothers, and she somehow ruined the funeral. I got to that part, but I don't want to like spoil it. And all that jazz. But there was this one part at the graduation party where Belly was like, oh, I'm gonna go home, and then Steven was like, oh, I should be here celebrating with Jeremiah and Conrad, but you had to go and like mess it up. And then Belly, she gets heated and she's like, I was in love, Steven. What was I supposed to do? Like, crazy out of my mind in love. What was I supposed to do? And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, be with Conrad? Like, it's not that difficult. Be with Conrad. If you knew that you liked Conrad and you knew you didn't like Jeremiah like that, there was no reason for you to bring him into this little weird back and forth, will they or won't they thing that you had going on with Conrad. Like, if you knew that you didn't like him like that, why go and lead him on? Like, you knew that you weren't over Conrad and that you would never be over Conrad, and you weren't going to be fucking satisfied for whatever fucking reason until you got Conrad, which, me personally, I'm Team Jeremiah. I don't understand what she saw or what she still continues to see in Conrad, but like, I don't know, me personally, I'd be 10 toes down for Jeremiah, and I am 10 toes down for Jeremiah. But if you knew that you didn't like him like that, why would you go and lead him on? There was no reason for you to ruin your friendship with Jeremiah like you did and bring him into this weird back and forth that you had with Conrad. If you knew you didn't like him, you could have easily told him that night in the pool, hey, I don't like you like that. I mean, maybe there's a little something there, but for the most part, I'm not feeling it. Like, I'm just not. But then you can't put it all on Belly, because honestly, Jeremiah's not stupid. We all figured this out season 1 when he was trying, he was like sneakily trying to get Jeremiah, like Conrad, out of the picture so that he could, swoop in and take Belly. We all saw that. We did. And it did not go unnoticed. And Jeremiah is smart, and Jeremiah has always known that Belly has had feelings for Conrad. He even states in the pool that he knew that there was Conrad, and then that summer there was Cameron. He knew that, and he could have easily said, I'm going to avoid that altogether. So Belly's not completely to blame, but at the same time, it's like, you can't be that stupid, can you? What was I supposed to do? Be with Conrad. It's that simple. Don't break Jeremiah's heart. It's that simple. Be with Conrad knowing that you want to be. It's that simple. Don't drag Jeremiah into this. It is that fucking simple. Oh.